What If It's Cool is proudly brought to you by Respo Clothing. Feel like a champion by wearing the merch from all the stars, including Luke Resner, B Squared, Savannah Rowe, John Stop Action, Nova Nichols, The Cooters, and my personal favourite, Conflict Axiom. So feel like a champion by checking out Respo Clothing. They can be found on Facebook and on Instagram. Adrenaline Pro Wrestling presents Breakout 41, happening on May 10th, featuring the up-and-coming stars of Adrenaline Pro Wrestling. Ticket link is in the description. Make sure to check it out. Mayhem Pro presents Showcase, happening on May 10th. Ticket link is in the description. Make sure to check it out. Alpha Pro Wrestling presents Malice, happening on Saturday, May 11th at the Pipeworks Market. Ticket link is in the description. Make sure to check it out. Before you see Malice, make sure to also check out Alpha Pro Wrestling's Energy 4 Wrestling Festival, happening on Saturday, May 11th at 12 p.m. at the Pipeworks Market. Ticket entry is only $2. Make sure to check it out. It's time to celebrate as MXW presents Homecoming, happening on Saturday, May 18th. Ticket link is in the description. Make sure to check it out. Adrenaline Pro Wrestling presents Battle to Survive 3, happening on May 25th at the Seaford Community Hall, featuring the Battle to Survive Rumble. Ticket link is in the description. Make sure to check it out. Hello and welcome to another episode of What If It's Cool, the show where we talk about anything and everything that is cool in the world today. I'm not blind because I'm not a referee, Daniel Paul Crow. And on this episode, I have a sit-down interview with Jacie. We talk about how she discovered pro wrestling, her famous friend in the WWE, and her little beef with Mike Kaos. So sit back, relax, and enjoy Mike Kaos is a Bitch with Jacie. Jacie, thank you for being part of What If It's Cool. I know you are busy. Well, we all are, but I just wanted to say firstly thank you because it's been a long time coming, because ever since we first met, you're like, can I be on One Of It's Cool? Can I be on One Of It's Cool? I still remember the first message. It was like I don't even think it was like 2 hours after I met you. You messaged me, goes, can I be on One Of It's Cool? I'm like, yeah, eventually. And I was like, it's been what, a year and a half now?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. And then when I found out you were under 18, I was like, okay, what should I do here? And I was like, oh, well, she's turning 18 soon. It's like, oh, I'll get on eventually. And then all of a sudden I've had multiple people on since then. And well, we got you on now, and that's all that matters.
Very happy to be on it. And
Yeah.
feel very welcome.
Well, we're friends outside the show, so it's good to interview a friend. Now, I want to firstly understand something, because I know your real name, and it was revealed on the very first show of Alpha Pro Wrestling. But I'm not going to say it on here. Just, people who like to have little Easter eggs, go search it out yourself, folks. Behind your name, Jacie, where does it come from?
I've had quite a few people ask me that. And there is absolutely nothing behind it. It all started back in like 2020, I'm pretty sure. I was like, oh my God, Mum, I want to make like a wrestling fan account on Instagram. And it started to okay, we'll start off with, I was a diehard Roman Reigns fan back in the day. A diehard Roman Reigns fan. Like, okay, I'm not going any further than that, but I was a diehard fan.
No. You cannot start an episode of What If It's Cool, mention that you were a diehard Roman Reigns, and not continue with it. First and foremost, and I'm gonna put this publicly now. I have never hated Roman Reigns. Unfortunately, I just joined that little trend of people just hating on him a little bit, right? Because it was cool. When it came to John Cena, I generally hated him during that time. Okay? Because he went from being the coolest character in the business to becoming and pardon my French, a fucking Boy Scout.
Look, I agree. I completely agree. I think I'm happy he's doing this whole like part-time thing now. Like he's just like showing up the most random times. But yeah, I made a wrestling. Like, my mum was like, yeah, go ahead, make a wrestling fan account. I made it in 2020, if I'm correct. And it just started off being just like, oh, little wrestling highlights from Raw, SmackDown, NXT every week.
You were just editing them, or were you just stealing it from another account?
I think I was stealing them from another account. I think I was like, I just
Like
saw.
like most wrestling fans, you know, when they're little kids starting an Instagram account, they do that.
Yes,
Yes.
yes. Then it went to making like little like video wrestling edits of just
Hmm.
like random people. Uh, got noticed by a few wrestlers actually, which made me feel very special. We had R-Truth. Uh,
Oh.
if you go to my account at jacie.wrestling on Instagram and go through my followers and look up Ron Killings, R-Truth follows me on Instagram.
I'll call him bullshit on this. I'm gonna go have a look at this right
And,
now. Hang on.
and I'll send you a video later on, DPC, but I went live on Instagram with R-Truth.
You told me, hang on, you told me that, so I do know that bit, but you never told me that that he follows you. I'm still calling bullshit on this. Hang on, I'm getting you
Oh,
up now. Jacie.wrestling. Make sure to follow that on Instagram. Let's have a look. Followers. All right. All right.
I think his Instagram name is still Ron Killings, I
Yeah, I
think.
think it.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. I don't know if because like Zoom, whenever this gets on, you know, on the when it gets okay, what's the word? When this gets edited through Zoom itself, right? I don't know if this is actually going to come up, but yes, there is one the truth killings, aka R-Truth. Polish JC.
Is my biggest flex to the day I die. I remember telling my really good friend Savannah Rowe, I told her and she's like, no. And I showed her, and every single time we see a photo of him like on the TV, him just wrestling, I'll just go, there's my mate. That's my mate there. That's my mate.
Have you actually met him? Like, besides obviously doing that live thing, have you actually met him in person yet, or no?
No, I haven't, no. And that's gonna be a goal for me. I want to
Mm.
meet R-Truth.
Oh, maybe you know, maybe we might work with him at Alpha eventually. You know, you never know.
Yeah.
That could be. That's the dream. Um, I'm just. I was not prepared for that.
But along with that Instagram account all happening, I started thinking, okay, I don't want to put my real name out on a public Instagram account, especially since I was pretty young at the time I made that account. So I
Mm.
thought, okay, what sounds cool? And I just thought the two letters J and C. So I just put J and C there for like about a year, I think, a year and a half. Then I'm like, it sounds better if it's like JC, Jacie. It just, I don't know, it looks cool. It's just like a cool little name that like I've never heard anyone have.
Mm.
And the rest is history.
I was thinking that you for so oh God, this is how old I am. I thought you were a fan of RC from Transformers, and you just like somehow in your brain you thought it was JC, and then and you just put it out there, and you say, oh, I just found it's RC. Oh, well, I'll just keep it. That's what I was honestly thinking that story was gonna go.
No, I actually haven't seen Transformers, so like
Wow,
I know
cool
Optimus
points are
Prime.
going down right now.
I know Optimus Prime and Bumblebee. That is all I know.
Oh.
I know I've probably let a lot of people down.
Yep, yep. Definitely let me down on that one. That's all right. Look, we're still only what a couple of minutes in. You can redeem yourself, I think, on
Yay.
this one. Now, how did you actually discover wrestling? Not getting into the actual industry itself, but actually the sport itself.
Sport itself, my my old friend, or no, she's still my friend now. One of my really good friends used to be a die-hard fan. Like just like her and her whole family, they loved it. And like I always knew what wrestling, I knew WWE was. I knew that like if someone said, "Oh, who do you think of when I say WWE?" I say like wrestling, The Rock, John Cena. Like that was literally it. And then my friend and her family went to me, "Hey, Jacie, WWE are coming to Melbourne for their first ever pay-per-view in 2018, which was Super Showdown." And before I became a Roman Reigns fan, I was just weirdly obsessed with John Cena. Your average like Make a Wish, like 8-year-old
Now,
loving John Cena.
I'm not gonna, crucify her for that because at the end of the day, right?
Yeah.
Oh God, I can't believe I'm gonna say this now after how many years of me not liking him. He is dreamy, like
He was a dreamy. Oh, he's a good-looking guy.
considering the guy's nearly what? I think he's what, nearly 50 now?
No
Or
way. Wait.
is he nearly 50?
s-
Hang on, because I know he's a lot older than me. Um,
Yeah, like
because I'm 37, so oh, that God. But I'm pretty sure his The Rock is like 50. Yeah. Oh well, close enough. 46,
46.
and he looks like that.
He
Like,
looks great for 46.
yeah.
Like that's insane. But I turned around and they were like, "Oh, John Cena's gonna be there." I'm like, "Yeah, you sold me. I'm in. Let's go." I went, and I think we were like up the top. We were on like up the top bit, and funnily enough, at that time when we went, the friend who invited me was a diehard Roman Reigns fan who like passed up
Ah,
onto me.
right.
But um we went there, and I was just gonna go and be like, oh yeah, this is cool, whatever, just like whatever. And then I just became so immersed with it. It looked so fun. It the WWE did what they were supposed to do, literally entertain people, and it entertained me so much. And like literally since then, I think I was 12 at the time I went, and I was like about to turn 13, and I came home. I went to my mum and dad. I'm like, I'm gonna be a wrestler. I'm gonna go and do wrestling.
Nice.
And literally, mum and dad were like, are you sure? I'm like, yes, I love this. I want to do this.
Before we continue on talking about your career, I just want to understand what was it about Roman Reigns that you've now become a diehard Roman Reigns fan?
I'm not as much of a fan anymore. Like he's all right, he's cool, but like I don't know. I don't know. He was just he was just a cool guy. He was just this big buff Samoan guy. I don't know.
I like to I'll put my 2 cents on it. I think one of the biggest reason why I think he's great, and because when he was because he started because a lot of people forget when he got called up as the main roster, he was a heel, and he was great.
Yeah.
All three members of the Shield were great as heels. When all of them turned face, I'm gonna be flat and honest, I didn't like any of his faces. Like, it's a little bit of exception now with John Moxley being in AEW.
Yeah.
I love him as a face. I love him as a heel as well. But Roman, I gotta be honest, he's one of those guys where I'm just like, I can't buy him as a face. He has to be a heel. Another one. Sorry to be nitpicking. Another one, and everyone seems to love her. I cannot stand her as a face. I loved her as a heel. Bianca Belair. She was so good as a heel, and I miss
Yeah,
that.
look, I agree. Like, see, I like her as a face just for her being that like inspiring figure to
Mm.
young girls who might want to do wrestling as well. But yeah, no, heel Bianca is just like top tier.
Oh my God. Like the her first Royal Rumble appearance, man, like I had never seen her before. I was so impressed. And then when she got caught up, I was like, oh great, she's gonna be, doing this, she's gonna attack everybody. And then she started doing that EST thing with, doing the push-ups and pull-ups and everything. I'm like, okay, they're
Yeah.
turning her face. Okay, I'm gonna kind of buy it. And then I was just like, oh, all right, it's another Roman Reigns where like, yep, they're pushing her, great. Turn her heel again. WWE, if you're listening, please turn her heel. I love
Like
Bianca. I wanted to be heel again.
a similar like in regards to Bianca being a heel, one wrestler I want to be a heel again. Like as far as I know, she's still a face.
Hmm.
Becky Lynch.
I don't know about that now. I've kind of I'm kind of going this way with her now because like I loved her as a heel, and then ever since she became the man, I'm just like, oh, I'm kind of digging this a lot more now. And
Like
I
I
don't
saw it
know.
more as tweener. I saw it more as tweener, and I just like, yeah, literally when she became the man, when she became that girl that got punched in the face by Nia Jax, like I looked at her, I'm like, whoa, I love this. You are a badass. Keep doing you. Turning on Charlotte Flair. Love it, love it, love it.
So good. Well, let's get back to your career because this is not a WWE show. This is, about you. Um, so how did you discover local Australian wrestling? Because it's not like we have TV shows on every single channel advertising. It's
Yeah.
mostly word of mouth sometimes.
Yeah. With that, I remember it was during the lockdown in 2020, well, one of the lockdowns in 2020.
Yeah,
We
don't
had
remind me.
we had too many. But I think I think I had a day off of online school that day, and I'm like, I want to do this. Let's just look up some places around. And the first place I came across was PCW.
Hmm.
And I'm like down in, I think, Furniture Gully, if I'm
Yeah,
correct.
that's what they are.
And I'm just like, oh my God, that's not too far from me. It's a little bit of a drive, but like, surely it'd be fine. And I ran to mum and I'm like, Mum, there's a place in Furniture Gully. And she's like, girl, I'm not driving you all the way to Furniture Gully.
Oh,
like just a train. I'm like, oh no. And like, because obviously PCW had their own website and all that. And like, it just like, and then there was also MCW, but that was like more like that was further from me.
yeah.
I'm like, yeah, if they're not letting me go to Furniture Gully, there's no way they're letting me go to like MCW.
Well, the good thing enough for listeners out there, they actually now have combined their schools. So if you guys want
Oh,
to check them out, you can actually go to either to the MCW Academy or former MCW Academy or the PCW facilities and actually do it. So I think that's really good for both of them because they've got all that. But yeah, they are pretty far from where you live.
yeah, I'm I'm located down like and like
Well, I'm gonna bleep that because I don't want people to know.
oh,
You
all
know.
good, all good. I'm located down somewhere. I'm
Shit.
somewhere.
I was gonna say something. I went, no, you're not gonna get the reference because you weren't working with us at Alpha last night.
Oops. But like I was looking for just like websites. Like that was my main thing. And then I saw like it wasn't I saw APW. I saw Adrenaline Pro Wrestling on like a review site, I think, or something like that. It was just
hmm
like a review site. Like and I saw it and they're like, oh, located in Seaford. And I'm like, okay, okay. So then I looked them up. I just looked them up like individually. I'm like, okay, do they have a website? No, they don't have a website, but they have a Facebook. And then they had an email from there. And I just started chucking them email by email by email, going, hey, when can I try out? And they're like, wait till you're 16, wait till you're 16. I'm like, can I be like a ref? Can I do anything? And they're like, nah, you gotta wait.
Man, that would have been very exciting though. But man, I could just see your parents now, just like, she'll get over it. She's not gonna do it, and then all of a sudden like as much as it sucked lockdown and everything, that's a blessing in disguise for you because you got to actually do the research because probably at that time if we were not in lockdowns or anything, you probably wouldn't even bother.
Yep, look, probably not. I would have just continued to just watch wrestling like after school and like done my own thing. But no, it was a perfect coincidence. And yeah, by the time 2022, APW had posted on their Instagram about tryouts. I'm like, yeah, sign me up, get me in there. I want to go.
Talk me through those trials because I've had a lot of people on from APW, but and they've told me a little bit of things, but I actually don't know the process. What's entailed in a tryout for APW?
Pretty much, it's just like once you like contact APW and you're just like, hey, I want to try out. They're like, yep, come in this day, this time, blah blah blah. I went in and I think I went in about like half an hour to an hour before an actual just like training session went about. I the person who took my tryout was Jason Crash.
Mm.
He he was like, okay, let me show you how to do rolls. Like you just and I never knew that these were so important to wrestling until that day. Like and then he started getting me into doing bumps and I'm just like, this is so fun. Like I don't know, like yeah, it was literally just rolls, bumps. And I think that was it until we had our the actual training session happen.
Mm.
And I'm like, can I come back? And he's like, yeah, yeah, like you can come back. And just from then on, I never missed a session.
Wow. What was that moment that said I want to do this? Like, what was it just from that first role? Was it just walking into the building? Talk me through.
Literally, it was walking in the building. I'd never seen an actual wrestling ring before in my life, like in person, besides at like Super Showdown
Mm.
and like WWE events. But I remember walking in to our training facility for the first time. Uh, like the door was lifted, like the roller door was lifted, and I just saw it, and like my eyes were just like, "Whoa, my
This
God!"
the old adrenaline zone, I'm presuming, yeah?
Yes, that is
Yes.
correct.
Mm.
I walked in, I'm like, I'm just shocked beyond belief. I'm like, I love this. Just get me in that ring now. Like, get me doing like all this stuff. I will do whatever I gotta do. And I just like literally, if you go to Jason Crash and say, what was Jacie like on her first ever like session tryout? He would just say she was just starstruck, starstruck that she was actually doing this.
Hang on, was it similar to what I was like when I walked in the dressing room of the first Alpha show where I just went, huh? Hi guys. Um I'm here to do commentary and backstage interview and like literally I think it was either Emilio or I nearly called him by a shoe name or Marshall. They just gave me a big hug and just like just shoved me into there and just said, guys, this is just Dan, he's gonna be working with us and I'm just sitting there like frozen.
Oh my God. Look, yeah, literally, it's the best feeling. It's the best feeling getting to like do that kind of stuff, be getting to see that behind the scenes kind of stuff. It is just it's the best feeling and the people you're around is just incredible. I never thought I would have met such incredible people through
Mm.
our wrestling community in Victoria. It's insane.
It's so good, man. Like I think the instantly when we first met properly, it was just click like that. I'll be fine. Also, I don't think there's anybody who I've met in the locker room that I've been part of now, where I haven't really clicked with anybody. It's just everyone's just so nice and so willing to work with each other, and yeah, it's great.
Exactly. And I remember just someone told me, I completely forgot who told me, but we're all a huge family. We're all just one big family. Like, it doesn't matter if you're located in Mildura, Seaford, the city, Horsham, Ballarat, like Sunbury. We're all connected. We're all literally just one big family.
Yeah, it's absolutely great. Now, obviously, you haven't debuted in the ring yet, but I want to know firstly, when is that potentially going to happen?
Hmm.
And for those listening, her eyes just lit up, so you can tell that she's very excited for this.
Yeah. I'm not gonna say too much. Like nothing's confirmed, nothing's happening as far as I know yet, but
Mm.
it'll be soon, I think. I
All
think
right,
it'll be pretty soon.
all right. Well, we will hopefully by the time this comes out, we get a definite answer. I'll make sure we plug in that because I want to see what you've got to bring to the table. Because I don't mean this in any bad way or anything. We need more female talent out there. Because
I agree.
I've I've said this multiple times. I fucking love women wrestling, and to a point where I'm actually saying now, I think I prefer women wrestling over men most of the time because they're having killer matches now, man. It's just
Oh,
oh.
they are. They are having incredible matches. I remember there was one match that I just like. It was a pretty recent match. I think it was at. Oh, I forgot what it was. It was
What was the
one of the
match?
it was oh my God, Misfortune Misfortune against Nova Nichols,
The
and I
hardcore
think it was
match?
the yes.
Hang on. Now you got me confused.
I forgot which show
Was it
it was.
anniversary?
Battle to Survive. Battle to
There
Survive
we go.
had that. Yeah, I remember like I had just shown up after work and just went there to watch, and I watched. I think I watched like most of that match, and just I loved it. I loved it. I love women. I love women's wrestling.
It's
It's
so
so amazing.
it was such an amazing match, and I hopefully would have both of them on for episode of Reaction Wrestling Wednesday to talk about that match. But I don't think we're going to do it until maybe a year after they've actually done it
Yeah.
because it's too recent. But they are living proof that women's wrestling is the future. I'm not saying that because I'm friends with them outside of the ring and they're friends of the show. I actually genuinely believe that they are the future because that was match of the night and was voted match of the year, I believe, as well for APW.
Yes, it was. That is correct. And like well deserved. Very
Oh
well
yeah.
deserved. Another match I feel so honored to have refed was Savannah Rowe and Nick Jade at Extreme Capital Wrestling
Oh
up in
yeah.
Canberra. Oh,
I forgot you did that one.
oh, that was the best. Like one of my favorite matches I ever refed. Just I I I can't even put it into words. Just women's wrestling is such an amazing and incredible thing
Mm,
that so many people used to like take for granted, but now it's huge. We are becoming so much more.
I know. Like like the one thing that I can't remember who I was talking to before what happened yesterday, which also going to bounce to that bit. But I remember someone says there's not many female wrestlers in Australia. I went, oh, they can't. No, that's not true. And then after that, someone, sorry, not someone, I forgot the promotion, Future Star Wrestling, or was it Future Wrestling All Stars? I can't remember.
FWA?
FWA announced that they're going to having Femme Fatale Volume 2,
Yes.
and that's their all female wrestling event, which is going to be awesome. I'm going to make sure I get tickets for that. Ticket link will be in the description for that one because I want you guys to make sure to check that out. And so yesterday we were also talking about potentially getting more people at Alpha, and literally like who I was talking to, they only gave me these names like, oh, surely there's more. I went, there's not. I went, you fucking serious? You know, and then because I mentioned five people that I thought were still active, they're not active anymore.
Yeah, like
Like it's I was shocked when I
it's
said
it's
that.
it's it's very limited at the
Mm.
moment, like very, very limited. But with what we have, it's we're really good. We
Oh
are
yeah.
just great at what we do, in my opinion, at least. I think we're great.
No, I don't think it's your opinion. I think it's actually fact that the women's wrestling is just getting better and better and better.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Mm. Well, how did the reffing side come to fruition?
It literally started with at Breakout 31. I was just there just to, like have a good time, just like watch the show. I think before then I was doing camera crew for a little bit,
Mm.
and I'm just like, oh yeah, I'll do camera crew if they need me, blah 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 blah. And then I had Jason Crash approach me and go, hey, we'll get you a ref shirt. I want you to ref my match. And I was lost for words. I'm like, no way am I going, like I'm gonna be refing my trainer's match. And oh, I loved it. I was like, and if you watch it back, I'm just like shaking. Like I'm shaking in the ring. I'm just standing there. Like I've never trained to do ref stuff. I just know like the brief rules. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, okay, I have to do this, I have to do this, that. But in the end, it was so incredible. And I just I I wanted to do more. I wanted to do more.
Mm.
I want to learn everything that reffing that night really made me think. I just want to learn everything with wrestling. I want to learn it all.
Well, the one thing I've noticed that you, how do I put it politely? Hmm. I don't think you even realize that how confident you really are as a ref.
Really?
Because when I remember the very first time I saw you live, it wasn't through watching anything on YouTube or anything like that. It was a breakout. I can't for the life of me remember which one it was. I thought you'd been doing it for a long time because you just
Really?
you because I think it was it must have been Marshall because it's happened multiple times where you just on yeah, like it just you there's like full on like screaming at him and everything, and he just reacted the way
Yeah.
a stupid smile. Now speaking of James Marshall, make sure you use the
Yeah.
hashtag James Marshall OnlyFans. Let's make it happen. Um, I know I said at the start of the year I was gonna let it go, but it. And now that he's saying, that I can't give OnlyFans and not verify me, I call bullshit on that. And like I said on his episode, I did call bullshit on that. Um,
Literally.
I am not letting that go. But anyway, back to your, we're talking about your thing. Um, yeah, like I think you're very, very confident, and I think you're more on par of like say what's her name, Aubrey Edwards. I see a lot of
Yeah.
her in you. I just want you to. I'm about to say a choke slam. I want you to stunner someone in the future, preferably Marshall, because I reckon he deserves a stunner here and there.
Look, I think so too.
Yeah, and I'm wearing a beautiful Conflict Axiom shirt. Would I say that? Uh,
Such a mark, JPC.
I'm not only am I a mark, I'm on the payroll of Conflict Axiom, so I'm paid to wear this. Speaking of which, you can also get these beautiful shirts from our sponsor here, what if it's called, Respo Clothing. You can find them on Facebook and on Instagram at Respo Clothing. That's a cheeky plug. I've got the lines coming out tonight. Um, I want to also ask because we talked about your training and everything.
Yeah.
What is your favorite Jason Crash story?
Favorite Jason Crash story.
Mm.
Oh.
Because you've been training under him for a while, but you got some really crazy stories with him.
Um. Oh.
All
I remember one.
right.
He's probably gonna hate me for saying this, but like I will always
Hang on. He already hates me for doing this on the show anyway, so let's just keep on going.
I remember I think we were learning a random move. I think it might have been arm drags. I'm not too sure, but
Hmm.
I remember I was standing in between Crash and Misfortune,
Hmm.
and then out of nowhere, Jason Crash just goes and chops me really, really hard. And did
Oh.
not expect it. Scared the life out of me. And then I just started crying.
Oh no.
And I just started crying and like I feel so bad. And like I like took a step no, after he did it, I took a step back and I'm just like holding back tears and then it just all poured out.
Oh.
It just crashes like, oh my God, I am so sorry.
Did he start crying too? Because I could just imagine.
No, I don't think he did. I don't think he did. But a similar story with Misfortune.
Oh no.
Somewhat similar story with Misfortune.
Yeah.
I think I was just standing in the one of the corner buckles, and Misfortune did a move or something, and then she was selling it, and like she was like walking backwards with her arms flailing in the air, something like that. Full on knocked me.
Oh.
Didn't cry that time, but I remember just her turning around and going, "Oh my God, I am so sorry." Funny, so funny, and I was like, we'll never forget them. We'll never forget those stories ever, especially the big chop to the
Oh
chest.
God, and he's got a good chop too. That gets a lot of sound when he does them.
Yes.
Oh. Oh, I can just feel it. I've never taken one. I never want to take one, but I can just feel it just from that story. Oh boy. What has been your favorite match to ref so far?
Favorite match to ref? That's hard because oh, I'd be stuck between uh B squared and conflict axiom at uh end of the breakout end of the road.
Oh, their debut
Their
match.
debut match.
Mm.
Like I loved it. Loved it. I felt so honored to be B squared's first ever match. And like that is definitely one of my favorites. As well as oh, it's hard. I think it was a match at DMDU. I think it was Reese Alexios versus Mike Kaos, I think. I think it was Mike Kaos or
That's
someone
yeah,
else.
it was my chaos, I believe.
Yeah, that was really, really fun. And like I feel like Reese Alexios and I connected in that way where like we can both really act this out that like he
Yeah.
hates me, absolutely hates me. And if you watch it back at the end of his match with Mike Chaos, he like I was standing there outside the ring and then he just flipped me around, threatens to hit me with a toy fire truck. He's just like if you go on my Instagram, there I think there's photos of him just like going with this toy fire truck. I'm just saying like I'm just doing my job. Stop.
Well, speaking of people hating you and Mike Chaos, oh god, what is your relationship with Mike Chaos now? Because like you've gone on the vlog and gone, and I'm going to repeat exactly what she said.
Mike Chaos is a bitch. What? Wait, did I actually say that? Wait,
Yes, you did
Oh my god.
twice
Twice. Oh my, how do I not remember?
on the first alpha vlog and on the second one.
Oh my god. Well, Mike Chaos, don't come for me. I'm sorry. Don't come for me. Um, look.
I'm just digging at Jacie's grave as we speak.
Yeah. No.
Mike, I also have other footage that she said off camera too. So you know, I'll send that your way later.
No. Don't. Nah, like Mike Chaos is a very talented wrestler. I have the utmost respect for him, but obviously he doesn't have that for me. When I'm doing my job, he needs to take a step back and think about, how do the refs feel in this situation? Like we're just here doing our job. It's no different to Nate Dogg, no different to Ref Kenny. Like we're just here. We're here.
Well, the fact that he had to grab Kenny out in the middle of his match with Zane Zodiac at Alpha December to December, which is also available to stream on the Alpha Pro Wrestling YouTube channel. If you heard me in the commentary, I was like, "What? That's I've never seen someone grab a second ref to do it."
Yeah. Ref Kenny's like a friend of mine, and just the fact that Mike Chaos brought out one of my friends to replace me. That doesn't put you in my good books.
No, it doesn't. But it was like, kayfabe aside, that was one of the most funniest things I've ever seen.
Oh, it genuinely was.
Oh my god.
I remember being told before the match as well. Like I remember being told what was gonna happen, and then Chaos turned around to me and he's like, "Oh yeah, hey, you and Zane are gonna switch spots and you're gonna take bumps. Like Zane's gonna be the ref." I'm like, what?
Did Zane about to call him by shoot name again. Did Zane and Mike tell you what we talked about? So when we shot an episode of Heat and we actually talked about the match as well after the show, and we actually had a good laugh about it. Did they tell you what was our suggestion?
What?
So what was going to be, so if you guys haven't watched that episode, I was mentioning how that wasn't a slow count. It was, it was actually right. It was actually right. Looking back at the footage, yes, it was a slow count. I will admit that, and it's not me being in character. But we thought, okay, if you two are arguing, he will get out of the ring, and then he's like, oh, this. I don't want Jacie here. And then you start the count. You start the count, but you start doing it really because like 1, 2, 3, and like by the time he's like 70 wheels, and he runs back again, and then full on going schizo yo. I thought
Oh,
that would have been.
it would have been so
Oh,
funny. I would have like I'm happy with anything that we do, but that sounds hilarious. I would have loved it.
I'm surprised it didn't happen because I thought because we told the booker and we thought that it was going to be a goal because all of us we were laughing for like 10 to 13 minutes about it because it was because we were playing in our heads like what funny spots we could do because we brought you up quite a few times in that episode and we're like
Yeah.
we got to mess with Jacie somehow and I thought that was the funniest bit.
Oh, so funny. No, genuinely, I would maybe next time at Alpha, if I am reffing a Mike Kaos match, that might even happen. Like, I'm down for anything. I'm down for anything. If you want to make me do a ref bump, I'll do a ref bump. If you want me to be knocked out, I will be knocked out.
Oh, I can't wait to work with you again. Now we've come to the staple question here on what is cool. What is something that you find cool that nobody else does? And don't say Roman Reigns.
No. What I find cool, I love. Okay, what I find cool is if you go to Baker's Delight, there is a
Okay, I wasn't expecting this.
there is a fruit bread, like just raisin bread, and it has
Yeah.
like cinnamon on the side. That I find that really cool that they do that, and it is so.
What?
I don't know if it's cinnamon or not, but it's some like sugar kind of thing, and they put it on the side,
Yeah.
and I just love it, and I found it really cool.
Wait, so is it? Hang on, is it? Not cinnamon. Like it's like icing on the side as well, or is that or?
Not icing, no. It's like this, like I don't know if it's cinnamon or it's sugar, like it's some sugar kind of thing. My pop used to like always get it for me as when I was little, and then like anytime I'm near a Baker's Delight, I just have that temptation of like, I want that. It looks so cool. It is cool.
What makes it so cool? Like it's just bread with cinnamon on the side.
And sultanas inside it.
Yeah, like
It's the best.
it's
the
like saying
best.
it's like I'm sorry, but it's like saying to me a packet of Doritos is the coolest thing in the world. I I'm just struggling to understand why this is cool.
It is so cool. It's the best thing ever.
What makes it cool exactly? Like, is this because like you had this fond memory with your pop with it, or you just love the design and it says weird stuff about you? I don't know.
I think the taste is cool. That's the best way I can say it. I think the taste is cool. It tastes so yum.
Oh,
You have to
God.
try it.
Yeah, I know you're making me hungry now. I'll probably have to go to Baker's Delight tomorrow morning.
I will bring
Oh,
it to the next Alpha event I'm at.
oh yeah, we're totally doing it.
I'll bring butter and we'll just slam butter on it.
Funny enough, I'm gonna ask you on this. I don't know if this will come out before that. Before then, do you want to do? Because I've already got too crazy involved on this one. Do you want to be involved in the World Hottest Chip Challenge with me and Crazy?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
Oh man,
Let's do it.
because I've got these bastards sitting here, these things,
Oh, that's scary.
and I have been waiting to do this for about because I keep buying them, but then they get expired. So I'm going to make sure I buy a fresh pack. But
Yeah.
we're trying to do it for the last probably since lockdown, so probably like 2020. But I haven't got any takers. I told Crazy yesterday. He was like, "Bro, yeah, I'm doing it."
I'm down. I'm down. Just
I'm
make sure
I
you have a whole bottle of milk there for me.
I'm gonna make sure we all have milk. But we're gonna be at the pipe. We're gonna I can announce it. We're gonna be at the Pipeworks market again. So chances are we can find milk.
Yes.
I'm just wondering who else can we get because there's five chips in there, and so we got 3.
You know what? Get Mike Kaos to do it.
Let's
see Mike Kaos trying the one chip challenge.
And then if he taps out before you can officially call him a bitch.
Yes.
Yes.
Good idea.
Again, digging Jason's grave.
Yeah, I'll be dead by the end of the year.
Oh, Jacie, it's been an absolute pleasure. Where can we find you on all your socials?
You got at jacie.wrestling on Instagram, and I think jacie.wrestling on Facebook as well,
Mhm.
if I'm correct. That is all my socials.
Oh, I'm about to say the TikTok, but that's not that's your personal one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. We won't give that out because we don't want stalkers. Jacie, thank you for being part of What If It's Cool.
Thank you for having me.
And that's the end of that episode. Want to be featured on What If It's Cool or know someone with an amazing story that needs to be told? Reach out to me. I can be reached on whatifitscoolbusiness@gmail.com. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe to the show wherever you get your podcasts. Want more from What If It's Cool? Make sure to check out the YouTube channel where you can find the latest episodes of Mukbanging Around, Reaction, and of course the podcast. And don't forget to follow What If It's Cool on all socials. It can be found at What If It's Cool. Keep that support coming. And until next time, I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.